Let's begin new chapter from SETH Speaks from the book The Eternal Validity of the Soul. So far in the last chapter, we have discussed about how the soul perceives the nature of the soul and its perception. And this chapter will know the potentials of the soul. Okay, the power that is within that every soul has its power. Okay, it's its potentials, its strength. So to begin with, SETH Master is saying, I'll read from the book, friends. It seems to you that you have only one form, the physical one that you perceive, and no other. It only seems that your form can only be in one place at one time. You have indeed other forms that you do not perceive, and you also create various kinds of forms for various purposes, although you do not perceive this physically either. So he says what here SETH Master says about that we are still in that physical. We stuck, like we are limiting ourselves in only one physical form, only one form of ourselves, that what we are present, what we are now. But he says that they are like multiform, they are multiverses, there are multiple forms that we can take being in this body, physical body. It's not like after leaving the physical body, but being in this physical body, we can take multiple forms. Is it possible, friends? Do we think so? Right? That's what he's saying, that that our mind is fixed in one form. And because although we are in this physical body, like we can take many forms, and how this will we will go into the explanation here. And this is the message after reading this first paragraph. This was a message given by SETH Master, and this is not from the book, friends. Our physical bodies are formed by combination of atoms and molecules. We all know that, right? Like this is the basic one we all know, with atoms and molecules. So he said each atom in us can take different form. The stronger the thought, the intensity of your feeling makes you to experience that place. You may think that you had a dream, a single dream, but your soul is exposed to multiple experiences. But you will remember the most desired one, or the one which you really needed to. Hence, you woke up with a memory of a single dream, and sometimes not even that. As your consciousness expands, you will experience multiple forms of yourself at multiple places at a time. So this is the paragraph. This is a message has given, friends. So we know that our body is made up of atoms and molecules. Like each atom, he said, each atom can take different form. See, like we are millions and millions of atoms in our body, molecules in our body, and each atom can take any like different form. Is it possible? Yes. When he was delivering, when he was sharing this message, I was really surprised. Like an atom can take any form of us, a single atom. So I thought, okay, let me first finish this message. Okay, then later I googled it, because whatever the messages, it's like I usually cross check all the messages. I wait I wait until I get a strong confirmation. So this is what, if it is all related to this type of wisdom, like science or something. So I usually Google it. So when I Googled it, so the first line, so I will read out the line. I have noted it. The first line I saw, yes, as if someone is saying, as if Seth Master is also, helping us in the while Googling it. I mean, while taking this information. The first line was said, yes, atoms can have a shape. Atoms are made up of electrons spread out into a cloud-like shape called an orbital, which can have a shape and location without a hard boundary. So they don't have any fixed shape. They don't have any like fixed form. They don't have any boundaries. They are like a cloudy thing, like a they are made up of as electrons. They spread out into the cloud like shape. How the clouds will be. So we can see from when we are, when we see the clouds, you can describe a shape of a cloud or something. It takes any shape like clouds. But when we go into the cloud, like when we travel, flights, so when we go into the cloud, there will be nothing. It's like a moist, it's like a mist. But we can see that it will take it can take any shape, right? So in the same way, an atom in our body, it's not like a cloudy, like a misty, like a form, like a cloudily, the image, how it appears, it's not so clear. So this is how we can take any atom in our body, can take a shape, can take any form, not shape, any form, like not strong shape with a boundary, but any form. The stronger the thought, the intensity of your feeling makes you to experience that place. So which place, friends? Which place? So if we are desired, if we desire to go to certain places, if we are not physically, if we are not physically, we can go. We are so in certain at that time, when we have that strong intention of visiting that place, or visiting, or going towards visiting that person, that means that strong desire, that strong thought in us. So the part of our consciousness the part of our consciousness travels to that place. And this is true. See, like many masters, the great masters, enlightened masters, they go in from one place to another, not physically, but they will be at one place, but they're conscious. So many people, they said that even like Krishna, Master Krishna, or even enlightened other masters. So we think that only it's for only God, it's for only for the divine entities, but not. We all have that potential. We all have that power. The soul has that power. So it goes depending on the stronger the thought, the intensity of your feelings. He said, Seth Master said, the stronger the thought, the intensity of your feeling makes you to experience that place. And usually he said one more interesting thing is dreams. So in your dreams, when we in dreams, we get like different dreams. If it is not connecting to each other, that means our soul is experiencing different experience. It is exploring different experiences, right, at a time. So you may think you had only one dream, but actually whatever you wished for, so whatever you are designed, so you remember only one dream, but actually your soul, your consciousness is it will go into other multiple places, not one place, multiple places. And it is possible only, friends, if we are having a strong intensity and our emotion takes the shape, so which is really. And he said, hence you woke up with a memory of a single dream. And what is that dream? Which you will remember the most desired one. Like if we have 10 dreams at a time, so in that we don't remember if our awareness, no, there is a condition that we have to hear here. If it's a condition that if our awareness is strong, if we are in aware, that means we are in awareness, our consciousness is expand, so then we can remember all the dreams. It's all about awareness. So so if we are not much in that awareness state, we remember only one dream or two dreams, like based on the most desired one. He also said, as your consciousness expands, you will experience multiple forms of yourself at multiple places at a time. So at a time. So we being in multiple places at a time, and we have that power. So if we remember earlier, Seth Master gave us a message, like we can expand. How we can expand our consciousness? We can expand our consciousness with awareness. As awareness grows, consciousness expands. That's how, like even I heard from masters, from our pyramid masters saying about Patri sir. So he being at one place physically, but few times, he has helped other masters or given guidance to other masters in another place as well. At the same time, being in two different places. And also, like, gods we can experience. So this is all about their consciousness, that their consciousness is so vast. It is expanded that they can sense other places, they can go to other places with their own wish, with their thought. And this is coming from this is thought image, friends. These are not astral travels. Astral travels are a bit different, but this is a thought image. A single thought, we can experience that place. So this is what, while he is explaining all this, I was in complete trance and he is explaining, and suddenly I had an experience of myself falling from a cliff which is far above from the ground. So I felt like suddenly whatever he's saying, it got stopped. So I'm not getting any words, I'm not able to hear. But all of a sudden I saw myself falling from a cliff, from a it's so far, it is high above from the ground. It's a valley surrounded with mountains. So my heart was pounding during that experience, friends. For a few seconds, I thought it was so real. It was so real. I was not in meditation. I was not sleeping either. I was not in that trance, but I don't know how. All of a sudden, I felt like I was falling from that cliff. So when I was out from that, to check my breath, it was intense. I felt it was really happening, and all of a sudden there is no one, and all of a sudden I was falling. Imagine a thing that when we drop, so how it will feel. So, or when we go to like rides, like from the top we'll take a ride, and how our heart feels. So it's the same thing I felt. And all of a sudden when I woke up from that from that dream, or what I say, from that vision, so I felt like this experience, I got to know that this experience was given by Seth Master. No, I was a bit surprised. Why he has given this experience. Never had such type of experience. Oh no, this adventure, he made me to experience this adventure. So because when he was explaining, when he was giving all this information, I was trying to understand theoretically until this practical experience. I was understanding, okay, so I was just taking note of whatever he's saying. But all of a sudden, he made me to experience, and we all have this experience, friends. But I asked him, so why this type of experience? Why you have given this type? As if I am falling from heights, like bungee jump. So from the heights, I wished, so from, like, bungee jumps like this. So he said, you're having this desire, isn't it? So this is how, so I used your desire in this form. Like no, I really had, still if I close my eyes I will get that experience back. And he say we all might had this kind of experiences, friends, multiple times. Yes, I'm sure about it. No, for example, take if our friends or family event is happening, right? Is happening, and suppose we are not present there due to some other reasons. If we really wanted to take part in that celebration, no, we feel that joy here, though the celebration is going and it's happening in other place, we feel the joy, we feel as if we are present in that place, as if we are when they share photos, or when they share live video of that celebration, we feel like we are present there, and all that enjoyment, joy we feel in our heart, right? And forgetting about, we forget, we ignore the environment around us, but personally we feel that joy, isn't it? And we think that it's just a feeling, and later we ignore it, right? We think that it's only a feeling, and we don't give much importance to it. But actually what is happening, but what Seth Master he says, it is a real experience. We all had this experience, we all got this experienced this type of feeling present in somewhere. It's a feeling, we thought it's a feeling, but what's happening is, Seth Master said, part of your consciousness took part in that celebration, part of our consciousness, and we are not aware of it, because we are unaware of our, we are not aware of our potentials. This is a potential, friends, we all have this potential. So visiting some others, but actually when the awareness grows, as he said, when the awareness builds on, then we will get to know, and we will experience that physical no, I mean like a cloudy, like a formless shape, isn't it? So like this we can experience multiple places, multiple dimensions. So many great masters, like enlightened masters, experience it consciously. So they know about it. And this is how they help, or, like they complete their work either formlessly or by taking any physical form, right? So how this is all happening, how we are going to that place. So we are aware that we can, even if the desire is strong, friends, even if the desire is strong, we can smell the place, though we are not in that place, though we are not. For example, he has given an example of a seashore. Okay, if you are interested in to visit a seashore, to that place, a beach, if you are having a strong desire, so definitely you will experience, you will go and you will experience that that place, the seashore. If the desire is even intense, you can smell the water, you can smell the salt here. Okay, in wherever you are physically present, you can even smell the place, he said. So this is all the possibilities, this is all that, like we are, this is all the potentials that we have, that he is reminding us. And now he says, the main sense of identity, this is again from the book, your main sense of identity is involved with your physical body. So that is, for example, extremely difficult for you to imagine yourself without it, or outside it, or in a many disconnected form. So it is difficult for you to imagine yourself without body, going to some other places. But form is the result of concentrated energy, the pattern for it caused by vividly directed emotional or psychic idea image. This is the psychic idea image. This is a thought image. This image is projecting, like a projection, like some pictures you can see with which is like too much of if they use AI or any robotics or any robots. So if the person want to meet another person, he appears virtually, like a form, like a projection, like a image. We have seen many movies, right? So it is like a flat image, right? And this is happening through technology. But here we have the technology within, that we can take that form, You can go to other places. You can speak. If you go through the book, Autobiography of a Yogi, you can experience all this. You can hear these experiences in that book. So, I mean, you could read these experiences. There are many masters, many gurus who have mentioned by Master Yogananda in his book about many gurus who has taken like this form, and also Guru Yukteswar Giriji and Lahri Mahasaya, who has appeared. Actually, he was present. He is in Kashi, in Varanasi, but he appeared. His consciousness. He has appeared in Kolkata. In Calcutta, to parents of Master Yogananda. Right? We all have experience, but we think that it is only limited to great masters. So it is for all. So all souls have this potential, even us, but they are conscious about their potential. They know about what they are doing. They know about their consciousness. So that's how they are. So that's how they can go to other places. They can visit like multiple places, and they do their universal work. And coming, the intensity is all important. A highly vivid desire to be some other place, realizing it consciously, a pseudo physical form, identical with your own. It's like it will appear like us, but it's a flat image. Though this thought image usually is not seen by others. This is not seen by others, right? It is quite possible that in the future, scientific instruments may perceive it. So in the future, definitely he will say that it is. So such an image may be perceived by those who have developed used of the inner senses. Not all can see these images, but who have developed the inner senses. We all have that inner senses, right? When we meditate, we can know that the inner senses will develop. So this is it. Who has developed these inner senses, they can see the form, right? So any intense, like it's a thought and emotion. It's a thought and emotion will be constructed into the physical form. And next he says, each individual actually sends such replica images of himself out of frequently, though the degree of a materialization may differ, some forms being more or lessly shadowy than others. So it's like a flat image, friends. It's not a physical, it's like a flat image. That means flat image in sense like for example, take a cardboard. It's like it is flat and it is so thin, right? So even that images, the thought image will appear flat, like a wavy. See, like atoms. These are formed with atoms and molecules, right? So when I googled about atoms, I got to know that these atoms and molecules, when they want to take a cloudy shape, they will be in a waves. They will travel like a wave, like a current waves. So how the wave will be, it's like a flat. It will take the flat images like this. It won't have the physical form like a body. It's like a flat, a shadow image. How our shadow will be? So it's just a shadow, but in shadow we can't see our the eyes or anything like that, the image of the person, but it's just a black image. But here, you can see the image of exactly the replica of the person. So this intense desire would then act something like a core energy. So how this is happening? This is happening through our thought. The stronger the thought, the strong intensity, it releases the energy from us, the part of our consciousness. And this energy projected outwards, like a projection, like a film, like a film, we project outward from your mind, given a form, your form. So given, it will gives a form, and that is our form, right? And if the desire were still more intense, the energy core would be greater, and a portion of your own flow of consciousness would be imparted to the form, so that of a movement, you in your room suddenly smell the salt air. So that's what and we have explained it earlier. If the intensity is strong, we are having a strong desire, we can smell, we can feel that place, right? So if certain people, if they are aware of these thought images, they can see, they can travel to other place, they have that, and they can see the color, the other people, the dress color, and also the presence they can see there, they can have, but no one can see, because if we want to see such type of images, we need inner senses, not with the physical eyes we can see these images. So like this is a part of this potential. So the potential of the soul, and further he will give further information about the potential of our soul, friends. So this all for today. It's like we should, if we want to connect with the SETH master's wisdom, what I got to know is, because initially I was bit doubt about his explanations and all, because this is what he said about our limited thoughts, limited mind. We don't know about this, and we think only it will happen to certain people, certain masters. But slowly, when I started to connect, when I started to understand the wisdom, what the right way to take any wisdom is to come from limited to unlimitedness, and also drop that logic mind. So that's how, when we are with open mind, then we can understand, right? And also he made me to experience this. So thank you so much. Then if at all you want to share anything, you can unmute your friends. Thank you for the messages.
Hi, Sharda.
Hi, Madhugaru.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sharda, for the wonderful meditation and great wisdom sharing. What you have shared is very important, and you have every time you are bringing us very important concepts so that we can be limitless. So knowing our potentials, we should not doubt ourselves. Anything can happen, and it's just only in the mind that we are limiting ourselves. The more we become aware, that means the more we give power to our own self, our own intuitions, then the consciousness that gets expanded. And when the consciousness gets expanded, then we can present ourselves in different places. We can, wherever there is a need, we can go there. Wherever there is a strong desire, we can go there. That is how we can manifest it. It need not to be in a physical form. It can be in this form, what Seth Master is saying, that it can be a real experience. So this is what is happening in the dreams as well, right? So the more we become conscious, we will understand that, oh, this is it, this is very real. Whatever we have experienced in the dream is very real. And the more you are conscious, the more the better you understand about your dream, the better you will be um, you know like not forgetting about the dream. If we are not conscious, if we are not aware, even in a dream state, we forget many dreams. The more we are conscious, we can see that we are present in many places. How is it possible? Uh, it's really a mystery. Like when we keep thinking, it brings lot of understanding, and lot of if it can be possible in a dreams, why not in a wakeful state?
Exactly.
Why not we? It's just about the consciousness. The more, because the mind is less present in the dreams, that is how it is manifesting, that is how we are experiencing our limitlessness. If it happens also in this in the wakeful state, then we can present ourselves in a different places at the same time. As you said, it's true that I've also heard Sai Kumar uncle speaking about Patrice's experience, that he was present physically he was present. He was there at one place, but he had to go to some other session in very far off place, and he manifested himself in the other place where the school was waiting for him. and he had given his session over there. And later Sai Kumar uncle said, sorry, like we could not join. Then the school people said that no, Patri sir was here. He gave the session. So that's how, like where it can be manifested. So it's just that we should not doubt ourselves, and that is the greatest potentials that we have, innate potentials. So giving power to the mind, we will never experience all these things. So thank you, Sharda. Wonderful session.
Thank you, Madhu. Wonderful explanation. Thank you. Ram, sir.
Very beautiful session again, Sharda Garu. So you see the word in itself, it says potentials of the soul. When we understand this word, potential is something that is there, but still not active. Just like a car is potential, means it's standing, but a car is to move, it becomes kinetic. So potentials of the soul means it is something that is there with all, because we are the souls. As far as we are living through the limitations of the mind in itself limits, full stop. When the mind doesn't become the soul, mind limits. When the mind limits and someone lives with the mind, because life is equals to mind until and unless they don't realize this. An unaware person lives as if he is leading life, but he is leading his mind's life. Everything is an unknown potential. When he realizes that it is the mind's play, the life is equals to mind, then he realizes that there was an unknown potential. So everyone who comes into the path of understanding this becomes aware. They slowly realize that they become from an unknown potential to a known potential. And as they get closer to live the life of the soul, then it becomes kinetic. All these potentials becomes kinetic. Everyone can experience them. So from an unknown potential to a known potential to a known and living kinetic. So that's the journey of the soul, from the mind towards the soul. So we're all in this journey. Sometimes we are in the first phase in some aspects, some in the second phase, some already in the third phase. We are a combination of all these three phases. The more we journey, the more we move into living completely, wherein our mind is completely aligned to the soul's energies. So we have to keep on listening to this. We have to keep on reading such things. We have to keep on listening to the experiences of these things so that we move from one phase to another. So thanks a lot. It's all continuous awakening, continuous reminders, continuous exploration. There are no limits. Limits is simply in our thoughts, in our mind. We are not that though. And realizing that is what happens as we keep on listening to such wisdoms. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, friends, anyone? Thank you for the message. So, no, friends, experiment it, whatever the wisdom you heard. So, try to experiment, taking a little steps, baby steps in the initial. So, definitely, as Seth Master said, we all have that potential in us. When we experiment, then we will realize. So, why it's the first time, why he made me to experience this? We all have this experience. So, when we woke up from the dream, we think as if it's so real, and again we think it's just a dream, right? So it's just a dream, and what Madhu Garu has shared and Ram Sir has shared. Thank you one and all. Then let's all meet in the next session. Madhu Garu, shall we end the session, or you want to announce anything?
Thank you.
Thank you, friends. Have a great time.